have on the line with us, if I have this right. Yeah, hey, James Jones. I was mourning the possibility that you were in jail. James Jones with DCVote.org. James, welcome to the program.
Oh, great to be with you. And yeah, we're not there yet. We're not in jail yet, but that's still an option.
Oh my, oh my. So give us the backstory.
Okay, well, as some of your listeners may know, the District of Columbia is treated really shabbily at times by members of Congress who we don't vote for. We have no vote in Congress. And Andy Harris in our neighboring state of Maryland, he recently passed legislation that took away any funding that we could spend, our local funds. These are local funds on decriminalization of marijuana. Mr. Harris put it in the appropriations bill that we couldn't spend our local funds. The sad fact in America today is that the District of Columbia remains more or less a colony in this regard, in that the Congress can do this to us. So today, if Mr. Harris has made the statement himself that Congress is the local legislature of the District of Columbia, that is an exact quote, and so we said, well, if you're our legislature, can we just come in with our constituent complaints? And we lined up about 50 or 60 people who are concerned about potholes, about downed trees, maybe garbage pickup. And we lined up at his office and asked him to fix them. So this is, of course, not a serious thing. We just want him to know that if he wants to mess with us and claim to be this omnipotent legislator who doesn't have to answer to the people of the District of Columbia, that we can do some things to him as well to disrupt his life, his business life, in a way that he might find objectionable.
Well, I might cast it a little less maliciously is too strong a word, but tit for tat, as if he wants to actually think that he's in charge of legislating for the district, then fine, let him do that, but let him also take responsibility for filling the potholes and taking care of the rats we've got in our backyard, and Yeah,
right, exactly. That's the idea, but I wish it wasn't such a serious issue. I wish we were just having fun with it.
Yeah.
We are bringing a lot of attention to it, but it is offensive, despicable. I don't know what the word is when in America you have a guy and frankly the rest of his caucus who believe that even though we have a local legislature that we vote for, that they can just overrule us.
Right.
I mean it's absurd to think that in America that still exists. I know a lot of people know we don't have a vote in Congress, but fewer people know that Congress still has the ability to do whatever they want to us. So we have to push back the way we can, and we did it at his DC office today, and created quite a bit of disruption with no arrests. It was peaceful, and we petitioned our congressman, as he claims to be, with our problems, and let him know that if he wants to continue doing this, we're going to continue coming in.
Yeah, and if people want to call Congressman Harris and express their thoughts on this, the switchboard number for Congress, and you just asked for Andy Harris's office, is 202-225-3121. You can use that number actually to reach any member of the House or Senate. It's the congressional switchboard. It's 202-225-3121. And if you live in the District of Columbia and you got a problem with roach infestations or whatever, I mean, Andy Harris is your guy, 202-225-3121. We're talking with James Jones. He's the communications director for DCVote.org. There's a really serious issue here, James, and that is that the District of Columbia has more citizens in it than do either the states of Vermont or Wyoming, if my memory serves me correctly. Right. And yet has Eleanor Holmes Norton is our representative in the House of Representatives, but she does not have the power to vote. And up until the last generation, she did not even have the power to speak on the floor.
That's right.
That happened in my lifetime. I don't remember when. Maybe you can tell me.
Yeah, I am not the accurate historian on this one.
Yeah, I think it happened when I was a kid. So I think it probably happened back in the 60s, 70s, maybe even the early 80s. But she can speak on the floor, but she now, which is for 200 years she couldn't do, but she can't vote, and we have no senators. And whereas Wyoming and Vermont both have 2 senators. And so where does this stand? We have about a minute left. We're talking with James Jones with DCVote.org.
Where does it end?
Yeah, where does it stand? Is there any are there any serious efforts in Congress to establish statehood for the District of Columbia?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we have a statehood bill in the Senate. We're going to get a hearing on it before the end of the year, we think. Senator Thom Hartmann is the sponsor of that. It has all the Democratic leadership.
This does not require amending the Constitution?
Yeah, that's a matter for people much more, who know more about the Constitution than I do. Some people say yes, some people say no.
Right.
But yes, we are going to pursue the constitutional method approach as well. But that's a little bit longer term. But there are bills. But I don't. Yeah, there's no hope that this is going to pass anytime soon. But in the meantime, we're just going to keep fighting for our own.
And keep beating the drum and pointing out, hey, we, at the very least, the District of Columbia should have local home rules, should have autonomy. And but Andy Harris doesn't think so. His phone number is 202-225-3121. If you've got a problem or complaint about the District of Columbia, call Andy Harris. James Jones, thank you for being with us.
You're listening to the Thom Hartmann Program. Call 866-987-THOM.
You can read all about what DC Vote is doing at dcvote.org. We'll be right back.